So I'm really irritated because I swear to God, like every day for the past couple of months, my nails have been so nice, unclockable. But then when I sit down and decide that I want to film, of course it's on a day where my nails are botched. So if you see a close-up of my hands and you see some chipped nail polish, don't come for me. It's 2020. I don't have time for that, okay? Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am super excited to be sharing some new goodies with you guys. As you can probably see in the thumbnail or the title, I'm assuming either or, I have the conspiracy. That was really loud. Anyways, yes, I finally have the conspiracy palette. I am so excited to play with this. Okay, first of all, it's heavy. This is an assault weapon, okay? Like, I probably would not be able to travel with this in the airport because they'd be like, ma'am, that is a weapon, and World War III hasn't started yet, so unfortunately we cannot let you on the plane with that. So I'm going to be playing with this palette. However, today I'm going to be doing a pretty neutral look with this palette, but don't be sad, I do have some really colorful creative looks planned for this palette. Today I'm getting ready to go to class, so I'm not trying to pull up with a neon yellow cut crease, you feel me? And also going to be talking to you guys about this bad boy. This is from NYX. This is one of their new foundations. It is called Born to Glow. By the time this video comes out, this foundation is not new, but it's kind of new, and I have not played with it on my channel before, so I thought, why not do that? So yeah, I am running kind of short on time, so let's just get started. Because I'm going to be playing with a foundation, I want to prime my face first and really let my primer sink in, and then work on the eyes and then do foundation. Okay, it's like a whole process, I know, but you're here to watch, right? So let's go ahead and do that. Well, why don't we talk about the foundation a little bit. If you guys don't know about this foundation already, the foundation is more of a dewy foundation, and I have oily combination skin, so it is really important that I prime my face accordingly. So excuse me. Also, my hair, my mom said this hair is like beautiful, but I'm having second thoughts. But we're already here, we're already sitting down, and it is what it is. Anywho, so on my nose, I'm gonna go in with this primer. This is from Becca. This primer is like super matte, and it will keep you matte all day. I'm hoping that she can help a little bit. That being said, I'm not trying to make the foundation matte. I'm just trying to prevent oil from coming through just on my nose, because my nose, okay, after a couple of hours, you know when you have snow on your driveway, but then the sun has been hitting it all day, and then the snow starts to melt? And it's like watery. Yeah, that's what my nose looks like after a couple of hours. So I'm gonna go ahead and use some of this just right here. I'm not gonna go overboard with it because I do want some of the dewiness from the foundation to show through. So putting that away, and now I'm gonna be grabbing my tried and true primer from Tarte, their Timeless Smoothing Primer Perfector thing. I use this every single video, so I feel like I don't even need to talk about it. And I'm gonna go ahead and use that over the rest of my face. And I know you're supposed to like press this in, but honestly when I just like rub it in like lotion, I feel like that's when it looks the best. But obviously if you are using this primer, just play around and see what works best for you. Okay. Wow, that was a lot. Oh, you guys, I know I've talked about this primer before, but honestly I don't even have like words to describe how beautiful this primer looks under foundation. If you are lighter in skin tone than me, you could probably just wear this primer alone and nothing else on top of it if that's what you're going for. It doesn't necessarily leave like a white cast on me, but it does kind of change the color of my skin a little bit, so I wouldn't go outside wearing it on its own, but you definitely could. You guys know I like to spray down my primer after I put it on just to let it like soak into my skin, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. This is the Too Faced Hangover 3-in-1 spray. Oh my god. And now I'm going to take my beauty blender and just press that into my skin. Oh yeah, if you guys were wondering, if you could not tell, I already have my eyebrows on because nobody needs to see that. Okay, now that primer is done, we can get started on eyeshadow. Hello, and welcome to every crack of my face. I wanted to zoom you guys in a bit more for the eyeshadow just so you can really see what I'm doing. To start off, I am going to prime my eyelids. I don't have any eyeshadow primer on me right now, so I'm going to go ahead and use this concealer from CoverGirl. This is their True Blend Undercover Concealer. I have the shade Golden Amber. I do not like it for under the eyes. I think it is way too matte for under my eyes, at least, because I have a lot of texture under my eyes, but I really do like it as an eyeshadow primer, so I'm going to go ahead and use some of that. Alright, so let's do a little there. Yep, that's it. Now I'm going to take my little brush and just blend that out all over the lid. Now, you don't have to use concealer to prime your eyelids. I'm just doing it because the eyeshadows that I'm planning to use are really close to my skin color, and my eyelids are significantly darker than the overall color of my skin. So if I'm doing looks like this, I have to use a concealer to really cancel out any of that darkness. I'm going to take my beauty blender and just press that concealer in just to eliminate any like possible texture that might be coming through. So this is the moment that you have all been waiting for. I am finally going to dig into the Conspiracy palette. This video is not meant to be a palette review. I do have that video coming up in the future, but this video is not it. So I'm sorry if that's what you thought this was, but I will obviously still be talking about the palette. So I'm just going to go ahead and open it up. You guys have probably seen people use this palette already, but this is how it opens up with these little latches. And it's like vacuum sealed, so when you open it, it makes like a sound. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can let you guys hear it. Okay, so this is what the palette looks like if for some reason you have not seen it before. Okay, so I have not even taken the plastic off of the mirror yet, so let's go ahead and do that. Oh my god, this is so satisfying. Ah! I have deflowered her. So first I'm going to go in with this color called Tanacon, which is basically a light tan color. I guess that's why it's called Tanacon. I mean, obviously because of like Tanacon, but also because it's tan. I see what you did there, Shane. And I'm just going to be tapping that all over the lid. So one thing that I do want to note with this palette is there is a lot of kickback in the pans. It's nothing major, it doesn't bother me really, but I did just want to mention that. And before this video is done, I will make sure to include a clip of all of the kickback in the pan because it's nothing like extreme, but it's definitely more than I am used to having. So that being said, I don't mind kickback if the shades are pigmented because I feel like that way it's warranted, and I feel like that's definitely the case here. I love this color. My sister, she was like, a concept. Imagine this color all over the lid, literally nothing else, and then like a super sharp eyeliner. Girl, that would look so good. I want to do that, but unfortunately I do not have the eyeliner skills to do that, so we just gonna settle for whatever I come up with today. What do you think of this palette? Leave it in the comments below. Even if you don't have the palette, let me know what you think about all the drama surrounding it, because recently there has been a lot of tea about this palette. I'm not going to talk about it in this video. I might mention it once I do like a full palette review. That is not this video, but I'm still interested to know what you guys think about it. If you are still even interested in the palette, I heard a lot of people say like, you know what, like I don't even care anymore. It's out. The hype is gone, like I don't care. So let me know, do you still care about this palette? Are you still interested in it? Alright, so it's a little bit lighter than my skin tone, but at the same time it kind of matches. Next up, I'm going to take this shade called Diet Root Beer. You guys can see it's a little bit of a deeper brown, but this brings me to one of my main complaints with the palette is that I wish there was one shade of brown a little darker than this. To me, that is the only thing that this palette is missing, is like a true rich brown, and I wish they had included one. I don't think this palette is meant to be like super wearable every day, so maybe that's why they didn't include one. But at the same time, if you are like me and you have a medium to deep skin tone, you might have a hard time creating depth in an eye look if you are solely relying on this palette, so just keep that in mind. I'm going in with this brush. This is also from NYX. NYX just makes the best eyeshadow brushes in my opinion. This is their number 32 brush. It's a little bit of a denser crease brush, so I'm just going to be brushing that along the crease. I'm trying to create some depth, but honestly it's kind of hard to create depth with this palette. If you are my skin tone or darker, you will probably also have that problem, because the only darker matte shade is like a darker purple, which is called Not a Fact, and then the black, which is called My Rides Here. But if I had not used concealer on my lid, like if I had just gone in on my bare eyelid, which is what I normally do when I do my eyeshadow, you would not be able to see this color at all. This is also my first experience ever trying out Jeffree Star eyeshadows, and I have to say I am not disappointed. Like, they perform really easily, they blend out super fast. I don't really have any complaints other than maybe some of the drama that you have heard, but like I said, that is for another video. You guys can see that this eye obviously has more depth than this one. It's not a total waste of time, but you know. Oh my god, holding this with one hand is kind of hard. I feel like I'm getting a good like forearm bicep workout right now. 2020, new year, new me. So now that we are done with that, I want to add some like interest. So I'm going to take this shade. This is called Cheese Dust. And I'm going to go in with the same brush and just take a very, very little bit along my crease. Okay, so like I said, I am not good with liquid liner. Okay, we are not friends. We're hardly even acquaintances. But I do want to create a little bit of, I guess, interest along the lash line. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and take the black, which is called My Ride Is Here. I'm so out of breath. I'm sorry. I think I'm getting sick. Like, I'm having a hard time breathing. Anyways, I'm gonna take this brush. This is a angled brush. I believe this one is from that brand that you can get at Walmart that I don't remember what they're called. So I'm gonna dip into that black and just run it on my lash line. Now this honestly like hardly makes a difference, but I just like it, especially with looks that have like a lighter lid. I like creating something on the lash line just to add some depth, or just to kind of frame the eyes a little bit. Okay, so obviously I didn't do it perfectly, but you can see like there is a difference between these two eyes. This eye has the black, this eye has nothing. That's pretty much it for the eyes. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys what the palette is looking like in terms of kickback. So these shadows are very, very softly pressed, so I think that's why they kick back so much. But here, I'm gonna zoom in. You can see right here, like this upper corner, that's where my brush went in, and you can see there's quite a bit of kickback right there. So now let's go into the two shades that I use on my lid and in the crease, Tannicon and Diet Root Beer. I'm hoping the camera can pick it up, but yeah, there is quite a bit of kickback in there. As for Cheese Dust, which I also used, there isn't too much kickback, but I think that's because I honestly barely use any. Like I very, very lightly tapped my brush into it. So yeah, I mean, kickback is not the end of the world, but I did just want to mention it to you guys in case it is something that is important to you. If you are going to be doing a very colorful look with this palette, I would say definitely do your eyes before you do your foundation, just to be safe. Speaking of foundation, let's finally put some on. Oh my god. So as I mentioned before, I'm going to be using the NYX Born to Glow foundation. I have used this a couple of times before. I love it. I think this is an amazing winter foundation. I have this little jelly thing that I got from Eco Tools, so I'm going to go ahead and squirt some of that on here. Oh, that was probably too much, but it's okay. Just if you guys are curious, I'm using the shade BTGRF 15 Caramel. I don't know what all of those letters mean, but NYX, maybe you can help me out. So now I'm gonna literally paint my face. I'm gonna take a brush, dip into that sponge, and just slap her on. If you are the same skin tone as me and you use me for foundation references, this is definitely a winter color in the summer. In the summer, this color would not fly, alright? However, when I went to purchase this foundation, they did not have the next shade darker in stock, so I just got this one and it's fine for the winter. Now I'm going to blend it out with a foundation brush. This is from Morphe. This is their M439. So, oh my god, let me like put my hair away. Sometimes you just have to get foundation in your hair, you know? People are like,
oh my god, I love your highlights. Like, did you touch them up recently?
I'm like, no, that is foundation in my hair. So this foundation, it works with a sponge or a beauty blender. Personally, I like using a foundation brush because I want some more coverage. Okay, I like coverage, so that's why I go in with a brush, but if you want to use a sponge, you definitely could. From what I remember on their website, it's supposed to be like glowy, but also like long wearing. We will be putting that to the test today. Like I said, I'm getting ready to go to school. I'm gonna be in school for about 5 hours, so we definitely have some time to test this out. Wow, under my eyes look super dark because some of that black shadow did fall. I don't mind because I'm just gonna go ahead and put concealer over it, but yeah, my under eyes are not usually this dark. You can see I do still have a lot of product left on this sponge, so maybe I'll go in with some more. But yeah, this is one layer, and honestly I think this is perfect for every day. Like when you don't want full coverage but you still want a little something, I think this is a great option. I am gonna go ahead and build it up on like the sides of my face, you know, the places where your woman beard grows in. I'm gonna go ahead and build up some coverage there, you know, get rid of that 5 o'clock shadow. Now, just to like smooth out everything a little bit more, I'm going in with my beauty blender and just really pressing, excuse me, all my baby hairs, just pressing that foundation into my skin and making sure that it really like melts with the primer. I don't know if that makes sense, but in my head, that's what's happening. This is what my face is looking like. I'm gonna go off camera, finish up most of the rest of my face, and then come back to mention a few more products that are new to me. So I am back, and I'm aware that I look like a whole new woman just because I put concealer on, but alert the media, okay? Concealer really changes your whole face. So I did finish up my eyes. Underneath my eyes, I went in with a little bit of Diet Root Beer, but honestly, I went in so lightly, I feel like you can barely see it. I'm okay with that because the eyes for this look, I really do want to keep them pretty neutral. So in my inner corner, I went in with this color right here, which is called Just a Theory. Now, to really finish up the eyes, I'm going to go in with this mascara. This mascara is not new, but it is new to me. This is by Urban Decay, and this is their Perversion mascara. I am really excited to use this. I've used it a couple of times already. I've always mixed it with other mascaras. I've never used it on its own. So today I'm gonna let it be the star of the show, and I'm gonna use it by itself. So this is what the wand looks like. I feel like it's a pretty standard mascara wand, like nothing too special. Friendly tip, when you are doing your mascara, always lean back. If you're doing your top lashes, always lean back so the mascara doesn't touch your eyeshadow. Good life tip. I mean, that being said, I'll probably get some on my lid anyways because I am so clumsy, but it is what it is. When I apply mascara, I always like wiggle and then blink, and then wiggle and then blink. Ooh, okay, so this is one coat of that mascara. What do you guys think? I'm liking it. Okay, Urban Decay. I like it. I like what I see. I always struggle with this side. So that is one coat on each eye. Personally, I would go ahead and do 2 coats, but 1, I'm running short on time, and 2, I feel like 1 coat is okay, especially for a look that is more natural, okay? Or as Tati Westbrook would say, snatchral. So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead now and put this on my lower lashes, and we shall see what it do, baby. Oh my god, I taught one of my coworkers how to say what it do, baby, and like he gets confused. So he's like, what do the baby do? kills me every time. If you're watching this, what's up? Let me shut up. So the opposite is true when you are doing your lower lashes. You want to lean forward, so that way your lashes are not touching your under eye, if that makes sense. Okay, so as I'm looking up close in the mirror, I noticed that my skin does look textured.
How do you get these bumps? You got eczema?
I got what?
Got eczema?
But I just want to let you guys know, it is not because of the foundation. My skin right now just honestly is very textured. I don't know what's going on. So it's not the foundation making my skin look worse. My skin has just been looking worse recently. So don't be confused. That is it for mascara. Overall, I am really liking this. I don't have anything bad to say about it. I mean, it's a mascara. You guys can see what it looks like. It did not amaze me, but it's good. It's definitely more of a wet formula. If you have tried the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, you know that one is more of a drier, moussey formula. This one is definitely wet, so you do have to be extra careful, especially if you just spent like an hour doing your eyeshadow. You don't want to get it messed up. So last up, in terms of products that are new to me, I have this lipstick from Catrice. It doesn't look like there's no like label on it, but it is from Catrice. So this is one of their matte lipsticks. I have it in the shade 110. So it looks like it's going to be a nice dark nude, which I am super excited about. I have never tried anything from Catrice before, and this is honestly my first time using this. I'm excited. So let's see what happens. Yo, this lipstick smells good. It smells like Jolly Ranchers. Oh my god. Catrice. Let me know what the heck you guys use to like scent these. But I like that. That's really nice. And even though it is a matte lipstick, it did glide on like really easily. This color is a little more cool toned than what I'm used to. I'm not against it like for the winter. I think it's cute. For a finishing touch, I do want to add some gloss, but I just feel like when the eyes are totally matte, a gloss on the lips really helps like balance everything out. So this gloss is from NYX. This is their butter gloss, and I have the shade Praline, I don't know what that is. That is the shade that I am using, and this is again a darker gloss, but I think it's gonna look really nice with this lip. This has been a favorite gloss of mine for years. It is just so gorgeous. There is no sparkle in it. It's not like a matte gloss because that doesn't make sense, but there's no sparkle in it. It's just like a gloss, like a tinted clear gloss. That's an oxymoron, but let's not talk about it. So with that, this is the finished face for the day. Let's go ahead and get a close-up of the eyes. Here's just a starting point look. So the time is currently 12:51 and this is what my face is looking like. I will try and do check-ins throughout the day just to show you guys how the foundation wore as well as how the eyeshadow wore, just to see if any color faded anywhere or some spots become patchy, stuff like that. I really love this makeup. I feel like it's very nice and simple but also kind of glam at the same time. Let me know what you guys think, if you agree, if you disagree. So yeah, I guess the next time you see me it will be in a couple of hours. Okay, so the time is now 6:45 and this is what my face is looking like. Honestly, I don't have any complaints. I have loved how this foundation wore throughout the whole day. You can see there is a little bit of oil coming through on my nose, but it's nothing major. Like, I think this looks pretty good, especially considering I've been wearing it for about 6 hours now. Like, I think this looks really good. As for the eyeshadow, it didn't like crease or get weird at all. It didn't like flake off because I know sometimes eyeshadows can do that. I didn't notice anything like that. So here's just a close-up of my eyes. Considering that I've had this makeup on for so long, I think it looks really good. So yeah, what do you guys think? Alright, so that is pretty much it for this video. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments. What did you think of these products? Did you like the foundation? Did you like the mascara? What do you think about the whole conspiracy palette and the conspiracies about the conspiracy palette? Let me know all of your thoughts. I love reading your comments and I genuinely do read every single one. Eventually. I have other things to do, but I do really enjoy reading your comments, so please leave some down below. Let me know what you think. Is anything exciting happening this year for you guys? Because nothing exciting is happening for me. I'm just living life. So leave a comment. I feel like I've said that about 50 times already, and I'm gonna say this again. This is not the only time that I'm going to be filming with the conspiracy palette, so I don't want to hear,
Oh my god, this look was so boring. Why didn't you use the hot pink?
like, listen, I'm going to school 100%. I do plan on using the more colorful shades in the palette, just not today. That is pretty much it for this video. As always, thank you so much for watching and I will see you guys next time. Bye!